Yay, Ron. Pedro from A&P-REACTS. I'm here today with Sara from Fear of Domination. How's it going?
Uh, Pretty well at the moment. We have a serious situation of corona on our hands. So, how are you hanging on over there?
The same. I mean, it's the world is turned upside down really quickly, right? So, we've been in quarantine here for 4 weeks now.
Wow.
I think in 4 weeks, I may have gone out of the house maybe 2 or 3 times just to buy some food.
Okay.
And, and it's weird, man. Every day feels like the same day, just repeating itself over and over again.
Okay. Because I have been lucky enough that I have this studio of mine where I'm at the moment too, so I can come here, so I don't have to stay at home with my husband who is working from there. So he still has his job, but I don't. Well, I I have a few vocal lessons, but yeah, it's pretty much the whole situation with the COVID-19 messed up the things with my business. So
Yeah, for us here, I'm lucky enough that my wife and I were still working. It's just that we're working from home. But
yeah,
it's just weird. Like you wake up every day it's like the same routine. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's just weird. The only thing that was different today is I woke up and there was snow outside.
Whoa. Okay. There.
Yeah.
And we already have a spring here, so
Yeah,
uh,
no, I was expecting spring, but when I woke up and I look outside, everything is covered in snow, and I'm like, what the
wow.
hell's going on? It's like
Yeah.
April and there's like snow outside. I mean, there's not a lot, but still
Yeah.
to see everything covered in white, it's a little
It's
strange.
the end of the world.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely.
But I think, yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
uh, about your routines. I think it's good that you are having routines because all the chaos and the insecurity of this situation, it's very hard on the mind. I was like having this mental breakdowns a couple of weeks ago. I was just crying at home. So now at the moment I'm in a peaceful place. I have found my own routines. I come here every day to train singing and doing stuff. So routines are good.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. People were asking me if, oh, like now that you guys are stuck at home, are you guys going to do more
Yeah,
videos? Are you going to do more stuff? And I
yeah,
said, actually, no. Like, I
no,
want to keep the same routine that I had before. The
yeah,
same days, me and my son sit down, watch our videos, do our thing. I don't want to break that routine because you need to have something that keeps you sane and that keeps
yeah,
you connected to how the world was before. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So I'm trying to keep as many routines as possible, and then throwing a few things like us chatting today to kind of
yeah,
break that same routine. You know what I mean?
yeah. And this is also very therapeutic at the same time. It's very
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
you get
yeah,
to talk to people, and
yeah,
you get to connect with people in a way that you're not alone. We're all going through
yeah,
this together.
yeah.
It's just that we can't do
Yay!
it together. So it's kind of a weird situation.
Yeah,
We've never experienced this in our lives. I told a
yeah,
friend of mine that this feels like we're in a movie, but we're not the main
yeah,
actors. We're just the extras. So we're expendable. We could die at any time because we're not the main focal point characters, and that's scary.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's a little scary. Uh,
yeah,
how are
yeah.
you keeping with yourself in terms of your hair color? I see like you look perfectly coiffed. You know what I mean? You look not sick, but still beautiful. So
Yeah.
how do you keep that? Is it a lot of work on your own, or you always did it on your own? You never went out to like a salon or anything like that?
No, it costs so much money that I don't. I can't afford it. I'm just a artist and a musician. But that's why I have this hair sponsor, the Hermans Professional. It's a Finnish company who makes these hair colors. So they send me like free hair colors. So that helps me to I dye my hair with my husband. So that's yeah. and,
It's
and
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, it's I was just saying that I put on some makeup for this video, so that's why
You
I
know,
kind of
I have this shirt that you sent me,
yes,
and I haven't wore it at the right time that I wanted to wear it, because I'm always waiting for, well, I wear it all the time, but I've been thinking about this for a very long time, and now I hope it doesn't happen because it would be a bad thing. But I was always waiting for the day when I feel like I'm sick, like I have a cold or something like that. And I was going to wear the shirt and take a picture and then post it that I'm sick and beautiful with the shirt on. So I've had this idea for a very long time. But to be honest with you, now I hope it doesn't come true, because it would not be a good thing.
No, I think it would be. I think
not from the sick part of things, but you know, the shirt part, yes, but not being sick.
Well, being beautiful is like, you don't have to be like looking a supermodel. You're the beautiful just the way you are.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Mm-hmm. I agree with you. That's what I'm going to go with during this quarantine time.
Yeah.
You know, even I'm walking around the house just in pajama pants. We're all beautiful just the way we are.
Yeah. Running around naked in the fields and stuff like that. No. Okay.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I have neighbors. And we don't have a sauna here. So if I had a sauna, then it's a different story. I mean, you know, that to me is one of the greatest things of our trip to Finland last year, was the whole sauna experience.
Yeah, because I sent you the messages before asking that, are you able to come to Finland? So it seems that you're not coming this summer.
Well, we were planning on coming this summer. We have the trips are booked, the flights are booked. Yeah. I just don't think it's going to happen because of the whole coronavirus, right? The travel restrictions. I honestly, I would like to hear what you have to think about it, because you also have some festivals booked for the summer. So I honestly don't know if how things are going to be. But our plan originally was to travel to Summer Breeze in August, and then from Germany come down to Finland, to Helsinki, and we were going to stay there for a week to visit all our friends and all of that stuff. And because this is going to be a yearly thing. After last year of being at Dark River Festival, where you guys are scheduled to play this year. After being there last year, we're going to come back every year.
Okay. Well, that's very good to hear. Yeah, if it's not this year, then I hope that it's going to be next year.
Oh, yeah. If it gets canceled this year, then what we're going to do is we're going to try to transfer the money of the tickets to next year.
Yeah.
And then definitely come next year again. But it's definitely going to be a yearly thing. We had such a great time there.
Yeah.
And we were actually very upset when we found out you guys are playing this year at Dark River Festival, and we were there last year. It's like,
what can you do?
The lineup this year is way better than the lineup last year, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, shit happens. I know. I was about to say that they have already started to cancel the Finnish festivals from June. And I'm really hoping that the festivals in July and August will happen, but I don't know, it's been very financially hard for the festival organizers.
Yes.
So I don't know. It's fun that we can have this much laugh of the serious subject, but and my English.
Don't worry. Your English is still way better than my Finnish.
Yay!
Is this impact financially, not just on the festivals, but on you guys as well? Like, I mean, you had to cancel shows. You see festivals getting canceled. Are you guys starting to get concerned, like in terms of if this goes too long, like what is the series, like how much of an impact is this for a band like you guys if this goes, let's say, even beyond the summer, where you have no summer festivals, no summer shows?
Well, for us, the financial impact is smaller than if we are talking about like compared to the really big bands, because in a way Fear of Domination is still like a middle level band, so we don't have that much like financial dependence on the shows. Of course it affects that if we don't get like shows and the fee from the shows, it's very hard to do stuff and push things like forward and get new stuff and make some new, what's the word? Haha.
Plans?
Well, yeah, new plans. It gets more difficult because then the whole band would rely on the band members to fund the band. And at the moment, the situation that the band goes on its own. So of course, all the band members have like day jobs, but most of us are being like laid off.
Yeah, laid off.
Yeah, laid off. So that makes things very difficult. So if this just goes on and on, of course we are able to make music and compose music and like do stuff like that. So we won't end up like bankrupt in a way.
Yeah, but it'll still put a huge strain on the band for sure.
Yeah, and if we would like to do like tours or wanna grow our band, like make the name Fear of Domination even bigger and travel abroad or stuff like that, any of these wouldn't be possible without the fees from the gigs.
Yeah.
Because
it is a problem that the longer it goes, it will. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to affect every band regardless of size. But I can see that being an issue because the summertime for you guys is probably one of the busiest times of the year with all the festivals and all the shows that you play during the summer months. And if the summer gets scrapped, then it will impact how you guys even approach the winter and how you guys will approach the next step.
That is actually when all the gigs have been rescheduled, that causes the situation that you have too many bands like offering themselves to the venues, and the venues cannot like book all the bands. So that then just happens that all the big bands or the most money-wise bands will get the gigs, and the rest of like smaller bands or medium-sized bands, they will be left without gigs. I would say that would be one possibility to happen.
Wow, honestly, I didn't think about that side of things. That's interesting. And what are you doing to stay busy now? I know you have some vocal lessons. You mentioned the vocal lessons. Is that something that you do throughout the year always, or are you doing more now because you have more time now?
No, I'm my main profession is at the moment I'm a vocal coach. I have my own firm, own business. So So that's like my main job at the moment. And being on the gigs, I also get paid from some gigs, but most of the like the Fear of Domination thing is more like good marketing for me and my vocal coaching business. Mm-hmm. So but that's my like the main thing. My day job is to be a singer and a vocal coach, but at the moment I'm having these Skype vocal coach lessons because most of the teaching that happens here in my studio, that's just not happening because people are at home and being in quarantine or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm really hoping that this situation will go past as soon as possible, because of course my own business has been like very where it's been struggling. I can manage over the summer, but after that I think I have to give up this studio because I cannot afford to pay the rent and stuff like that.
Oh wow, that's a shame.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping that this shit goes away.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I'm hoping for the best, but I honestly have a feeling that it's going to take some time because there's two issues here. One is the virus itself and how it impacts you. Like you're afraid of getting sick. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the second aspect is with so many people losing their jobs, people are not going to have money to go out to shows and buy merch and all of those things, right? Because they have to pay rent, they have to buy food. Like those things become more priorities. So even if the virus goes away, let's say by September, life is back to normal, it's still going to take time for people to get their jobs back, to start working again, to pay their bills, and before they have the extra money to spend on all these extra things.
Yeah, I agree totally.
So even are you seeing a decrease in the amount of people that are doing the vocal lessons, or is so far stayed pretty much the same?
It's a like total decrease. Yeah. I have like few students that would like to like buy the lessons beforehand, but I cannot do that because that would cause me this economic bubble that in the future I would not have the money, but I would have shitloads of work to do. So at the moment I'm refusing these prepayments, and I'm just wishing that these customers would come to my lessons when this whole quarantine thing is like uplifted.
Yeah. What do you do for your voice? Like, is there any exercises you do for yourself before you go on stage? How do you keep your voice fresh and not really put any strain on it that could really cause some damage? I don't want you to give up all your tricks, but
I see.
You drink some Salmignacchi before you go on stage? Like do you do anything specific for your voice?
Well, it's in a way, being a singer is a way of life, and you have to like take care of that. You sleep enough, you have enough good food, and you rest enough, and of course then you have to do some basic like technical workout. But before the gig, I usually just like drink enough water and just have happy thoughts. And when I go to the stage, I want to be relaxed as possible. So usually that gets the best results out of a singer. Not just like, because I'm really like I have been like very nervous about performing and singing, and I'm in a way also very neurotic about singing technique, and I want to be perfect singer. So I have had to lower a little bit those standards to enjoy myself and the band and the music on stage. So yeah, I think the best advice is that just trust yourself and be relaxed as possible. Keep an open and positive mind, and stuff will happen.
Well, in the shows, a lot of stuff happens. Do you ever get lost on stage in terms of all the craziness that's happening around you? You kind of get caught in it and forget something, or you are used to all the crazy guys that you have around you, that now it's like it's hard for them to do something that's going to shock you.
Well, yeah. A lot of stuff happens, and I have already had this attitude towards performance and live shows that anything can happen. So that's why if something happens, I'm like, okay, that happened. Well, let's go on. And that applies also. Well, in 2018, we were at Numirok, and I was starting to mosh, and then I didn't realize that Saku had come behind me, and he was also moshing, and our heads like hit together, and my nose wasn't broken, but it started to like swell, and I was like, what the fuck, man? And the rest of the show, I don't even remember what happened. I just screamed to someone that bring me something cold to my nose, and I was singing the whole gig with this icy bag of vegetables in my face. So anything can happen. I don't wish to be ever punched in the face again, but still I have proven myself that even with a punch on my face I can do a gig.
You can still go on.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't a flamethrower, and you didn't get burned.
Oh, I'm so happy that Saku saves those things to Turmiokätilöt. I would be like, woo!
Because then your hair would be at risk. Not his hair, but your hair would be at risk.
Yes.
You guys did a couple of days or weeks ago. You did an Instagram live. Are you guys planning on doing more things like that during this quarantine period? Because you get shows being canceled, you get festivals being canceled. As a band, are you guys thinking of doing some things together? Beyond that Instagram live that you guys did, maybe like a small gig. I don't know, something. How are you guys thinking of approaching this time to keep the band still putting some content out there for the fans?
Well, at the moment we are focusing most of our energy to compose new songs and making a new album. So we also talked about having a live stream, but with our music and the amount of players that we have, it would be very hard to execute. It would sound, if you don't have professional mixing gear and everything, it would sound really shit.
Well, at least you're honest.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of people. It would be hard for you guys to keep social distancing away from each other. That's true. So you mentioned you guys are starting to look at a new record. How's that process going?
Actually, we have very much material, very much, very blah.
Have a lot.
Have a lot, thank you. Oh my God! We have a lot of material, and we are doing vocals as fast as we can now that Saku has more time because because of all the canceled Turmion Kätilö gigs. So now we are just using this time to record all the vocal parts before the gigs start to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys have a deadline or an idea when the fans will be greeted with some new Fear of Domination material?
We did first, but then this Corona came. So so it's not now. It's like
no, it's up in the air.
Fuck. Yeah, because of course when you publish an album, you should have gigs too. But now all the Turmion Kätilö gigs and all our other gigs have been rescheduled for the September and fall, autumn, and the winter time. So I think it's gonna be postponed to next year, maybe.
Yeah.
It
makes sense. I mean, you don't want to release an album in September and then not be able to go on tour until March. It just financially probably wouldn't make any sense whatsoever for you guys to do something like that.
Yeah. And of course, there's the Saku is with on the Nightwish tour with Turmion Kätilö. So that makes also limitations when the other lead vocalist is not, you cannot use him.
Yeah, and you have to think that there's a chance that tour could get postponed, and then if that tour gets postponed, then that would impact you guys being able to go on tour with your own album, because Turmion Kätilö, their album is coming out in a week. I think it's in a week's time is coming out. 2 weeks, I think, maybe 2 weeks. I think it's April 24th their album comes out, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, so that impacts everything. It's kind of like a snowball effect. But as you guys start to work on it, if you had to say, and I know I'm putting you on the spot, but if you had to say in terms of the material that you already have, are you comfortable with the fact that perhaps the album is going to be ready ahead of time, then it's just a matter of figuring it out when you're going to release it?
That would be actually ideal situation, that you have all the material ready and then you have all the time to figure out how you are going to publish the album and make some additional material or tours or gigs or any other events to back it up in a way. Because because with Metanoia, that happened a little bit in a rush, and our music label, the Out of Line, came along a bit too late, and it didn't get all the attention that it would have. Could have.
Might have had.
Might have had. Oh my God.
Go with that one. Might have had. Yeah, all the attention that it might have had.
So with the next album, I think it's better that we will have all the time to like build it up, because it's very important step for Fear of Domination, and it will set up the course where we are going. So after Metanoia, if this album will be a flop, then it's like, ugh, it's like bad job.
Because the growth of the band is going up, the interest in the band, the popularity of the band. The last album really pushed you guys to the forefront. It was a huge step for you guys, my perspective. So this album has to continue that exponential growth. So from a sound perspective, from what you already done, from what you guys already worked on, is it fall in line with the previous record, or are you guys looking at changing things a little bit here, a little bit there? Well, I'm just so curious. I can't wait for new material.
Well, I think you will be you will be shocked. We have taken steps towards like bigger sounding music with also a little bit of black metal.
Ooh.
Over there too. So it was like, okay, the guys, I think Lasse, our keyboardist, has had this kind of revelation, I don't know, in composing music, and he has just like exploded his inner musician, and the outcome has been very interesting.
very different.
Grand, if you might say.
Cinematic. Let's go with cinematic.
Yeah.
Very cinematic. And I think one thing it's important for you guys to really consider, give some thought, some serious thought, is that perhaps one of the next videos you guys do recorded when we are in Finland, so that we can be in the video as well.
We could like make you guys this kind of lyric video where you guys would be just like singing those parts, and sounds like a plan. Okay.
That's a great idea. I just don't know how popular the video would be with our two ugly faces on, but it has to be a lyric video because we can't sing for shit. So we would have to be lip singing.
Yeah, but that's good, because that is what we did on the Deadweight music video with Saku. And of course we would do some kind of a facial painting for you guys and stuff like that. So you would be really pretty.
Yeah, especially if the music is a little bit on the black metal side, you definitely need some face paint.
Yeah, like oranges.
Yeah, you need something not grotesque, but definitely something dark and menacing.
Yeah.
Dark.
I think
I think you guys can pull it off. If there's a band that can pull it off, it's you guys. Listen, I'm just throwing my hat out there. One of our biggest. We have two goals in life. One of them is to be in one of Fear of Domination videos. The other one is to be in a Trivium Catilot video. So we're throwing that out there because you guys, both bands make some of the greatest videos ever. I just love the videos. I love the energy that you guys create in your videos. It really transmits the songs well, and even the live stuff that you guys do when you do a live video, live footage into the video, it works really well. It just gives a lot of energy, and so our goal is, that's why I'm throwing it in there. Our goal is to be in one of those videos because it just seems like a lot of fun.
And you have to be just like open-minded.
Well, that we are.
Yeah,
I mean, that we are. We're not afraid of embarrassing ourselves.
That's good. Are you ready to wear a latex suit and whatever, be a unicorn?
I'm you know what? I'm down with whatever. Like whatever you guys throw at us, I'm down. If you guys want me to wear a latex suit with an ass flap, I'm okay with that. If you want me to wear a gag ball, I'm fine with that. Like honestly, like we're 100% okay. We're open-minded. You guys are the artists. We're just the canvas. You can do whatever you want.
I like your attitude. You're hired.
Plus, we're free. We're free. Like, you know what I mean?
Even
like,
better.
Exactly. We're not going to charge you guys anything whatsoever.
Even in this COVID-19 situation, it's very important to have free stuff. So
definitely, we need all the free stuff we can get during this damn pandemic. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's horrible times. All right, Sara, thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate talking to you. It was a pleasure. We need to do this again when you guys getting ready to release the album. So that way we can talk a little bit about the album. We can talk about the songs and break down a little bit. I'm really excited. You've really given us some information about what to expect, some black metal. That has me really excited because I can only imagine what you guys are going to pull off. So thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
All the best. Stay healthy. Stay safe.
You too.
You and your husband. You guys stay in quarantine. Don't get sick. And hopefully, if we don't see you guys this summer, we'll be back in Finland next summer. So we'll see you guys then.
And then we will shoot the music video.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Take care. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.